Hello, this is Shayan Pramanik from Kolkata, and it's an absolute honor and pleasure to be a part of this mock auction. Okay, so these are the following players I'm looking forward to. I think first up, we need an opener to partner Venkatesh Iyer, and I think I'm looking forward to an Indian opener in that case, someone who can score runs pretty quickly in the power play and utilize the power play actually, and I think Robin Uthappa fits in that role pretty well. Three, I have gone back to Rahul Tripathi once again because I think he is someone who has done hardly anything wrong in the last edition that he played. He has batted brilliantly. He has scored nearly 400 runs, and then he has also fielded. He was a gun fielder for us previous year. Therefore, I have gone towards him once again, and I think we should be ready to break the bank for him. At number 4, I have gone towards Nitish Rana once again because I think he was really good for us. He has been playing for us since the start of 2018, and he has done really well for KKR. But yeah, he is again a player who is going to go very expensive in the auction, I feel. So yeah, if we are not able to get him, I think I've got backup plans for him as well. I think Deepak Hooda or a player like Riyan Parag offers this similar skill set that Nitish Rana does, and I think all these players, all these three players, Nitish Rana or Deepak Hooda or for instance Riyan Parag, I think they all take their time to get settled, and then they can just clear the boundaries with ease. And also they offer a couple of overs with the ball in hand as well. So I think any of these players will be a good choice, but of course my primary choice will be Nitish Rana. Now at number 5, I want to go back to Ian Morgan once again because yeah, he hasn't had the best of tournament with the bat in his hand, but he has captained the team brilliantly, and of course the wealth of experience that he brings, I think he is a must in this team. And in case we are looking at alternate plans, I think Aaron Finch, I think he has played mostly as a middle order batsman in the IPL, and I think he can cover up that position, but definitely my first choice will be Ian Morgan once again. Yes, Ian Morgan has captained this team brilliantly in the previous edition, but I think at times when your overseas player doesn't score runs for you on a consistent basis, I think it becomes a real problem in the middle of the tournament, and that's why I've looked forward to an Indian captain. And I think Robin Uthappa, I think, is a very experienced player, and he can definitely help this team out. For number 6, I have gone back to Dinesh Karthik once again because again a player who hasn't had the best of tournament with the bat in hand for the last couple of years maybe, but I think again a player who brings in a wealth of experience that I think is very hard to get these days, and he's also one of the finest wicket keepers in the country, and I think that's why I've gone back to him once again. Dinesh Karthik will be my number 6. Number 7 and number 8 are already solved. I think Andre Russell and Sunil Narine has been retained, and that's why I'll straight away go to number 9, and I think Shivam Mavi, I will get him back once again because he is someone who can swing the ball both ways and had done really well for us just 5 to 6 months back, I think, in the UAE in the second phase of the IPL, and I think we should get him back at any cost. At number 10, I have gone back to Lockie Ferguson once again, primarily because he has done really well for us in the last season. Also because he is someone who can bowl up front in the middle overs consistently with that pace and cramp the opposition death overs, I think, with his slower balls. So I think Lockie Ferguson will definitely be a good choice, and yes, if in case we don't get him, I think we can also look towards a Taimur Mills who offers similar skill sets with the ball. So yeah, this is my first 11. Now let us have a look at the backup players. I think the players will increase our bench strength. For Ian Morgan's backup, I think I'm looking forward to a player who can be flexible with their batting positions, bat aggressively at any given position, and I think also a wicket keeper with that. and in that list I've got Phil Salt as my first choice. There's also Sam Billings, for example, who can do that, and Michael Bracewell from New Zealand. I think Sam Billings is an experienced player when it comes to the IPL, but I think at the moment Phil Salt is in devastating mode, and I think we can go towards him. Next, for Andre Russell's backup, I think I'm looking forward to just a single player, which is Odion Smith, and I think he's a player who can at least accomplish 60% of the job that Andre Russell does, and I think he's a player who can hit sixes at will and also bowl at 150 kph consistently with good line and length. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to Odion Smith as a backup to Andre Russell. Now for Sunil Narayan's backup, I'm not really looking forward to a player with similar skill sets, but of course a player who can bat at 7 and maybe score a quick fire 20-30 odd runs for us, and who can bowl 4 decent overs with the ball. And in that list I've got Shakib Al Hasan, or maybe a Mitchell Santner, or a Wanindu Hasaranga. Of course my first choice will be Shakib Al Hasan, because he has been with this team for so many years now, knows this team really well. And Lockie Ferguson's backup, I think I'm just looking at a left arm seam bowling option, that was keeping all the options open. I think Marco Jansen or Rhys Stockley from England are a very good choice for that, and I think Rhys Stockley will be my first choice, because I think he is someone who can swing the ball up front and also bowl a flurry of those slower deliveries in the death overs, and also because he's a tall left arm fast bowler, I think it will be hard for the batsman to pick. So yeah, Rhys Stockley is going to be my first choice. Okay, so now for the Indian backup options, I have clearly looked at players based on their current form, and I think for a top order batsman as a backup option, I have kept Mandeep Singh or also Narayan Jagdishan, Tamil Nadu's Narayan Jagdishan, or Karun Nair. I think all these players offer similar skill sets. They are very flexible with their batting positions, and I think any one of these 3 players can be a good choice. I have gone with Karun Nair once again. Now for the middle overs batters and finishers, I have gone with Rinku Singh, a player who has been in tremendous form over the years and a consistent performer for UP. And I think he can be a very good addition to the side once again. He has been with this team for a couple of years now. And I've also gone with Shahrukh Khan, a player who has got enormous succeeding abilities, and I think he can do the same job that Yusuf Pathan used to do for us a few years back. But of course he is expected to be expensive in the auction, and yes, there's of course a plan B for him as well. I think if we are not able to get him, we can get a player called Vishnu Vinod, who plays for Kerala. I think he's a top order batsman. He can bat in the middle order, he can keep wickets, he can also bowl a couple of off-breaks. Yeah, so I think he can be a really good choice if we are not able to get a player like Shahrukh Khan. Next, I think as a backup wicketkeeper, I want to continue with Sheldon Jackson. Next, I have gone in with a all-round seam bowling option in Rishi Dhawan. He is someone who has done really well in the Vijay Hazare Trophy and almost single-handedly won the title for them. Yeah, so I will go with Rishi Dhawan. He also brings leadership qualities along with his all-round capabilities. Next, for the spin bowling options, I think I wanted a left arm spin bowling option, and that's why I went for Pawan Negi, or maybe a Harpreet Brar or Shahbaz Ahmed. All of them has done well in the IPL level, and because these are the players who end up playing just a couple of matches for the side, and since Pawan Negi is best fielders among these 3, I think I've gone with Pawan Negi. Also, I wanted an off-spinning all-rounder in my side, someone who can bowl a couple of overs within the power play and then double that up with the bat in hand as well. And yes, there are plenty of players going around, but I think Parvez Rasool from Jammu and Kashmir, he has been performing for them in a consistent basis. He has been the captain of that team as well, and I think is a very underrated player, but a very good player who has played the IPL before as well, and I think I will go with him. And for the first bowling options, I think I want to go back to Vaibhav Arora, who has been with this team previously as well, and Yash Dayal, just because I want left hand seam bowling option. Just the last player left to be picked, and I think I wanted to go for another Indian bowling all-rounder, and I really wanted Deepak Chahar in my team because he's someone who's a genuine wicket taker with the ball in hand. He bowls 3 overs within the power play most of the times for CSK, and yeah, I think he would be a great option. But having said that, I think he's also going to be very expensive in the auction, and in case we don't get him, I have plan B and C ready with me. I think Shardul Thakur or someone like a Darshan Lal Khande plays for Vidarbha. I think they are very good options as well, both in the middle overs, but again wicket takers with the ball, and I really wanted to go for them. Okay, so here's the complete squad that I have picked. And when a team finishes second in the points table, I think it's just a matter of getting the old players back as much as possible, and then just filling those gaps with new players. I think that's what I've done exactly, and yeah, hopefully we are able to get 90% of these players back. Thank you.